So right now I'm in the midst of removing all the parts from the suppressor so I can begin the long process of sanding them down. Right now I'm just separating by color. Some parts will be kept on because, you know, there's no reason for me to separate it and then paint it and put it together. There we go. That's fine. And then I have to look for areas that I know I'm going to need sanding down. Like this part here. This is a 240 grit. This is a little strong. And then I finish it up with a 3M 80 medium grit to smooth it out a bit. Not much work here is required because at least the engine, you know, during the molding process they began putting the nubs in areas that are going to be covered up, so that's good. You'll see that in a lot of in a lot of recent high grade kits. Something like this one, you have like this little leading edge there. So I'll use my sanding stick, a small one, and just lightly pass it a bit until it disappears. Sometimes you have to do a little bit more just so you can get rid of that nub or that scar that that is produced by the hobby knife, by either the hobby knife or the nippers, whether you're using you know, precision nippers or even like the high end, like the God hand. Well, I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong because I don't own a God hands. I have the Gunpla nippers, which are really good and accurate, but still you have to at least clean it up a bit. It's not going to be 100% perfect. You always either miss something, or I've noticed that when you snap off a part, even if you do very softly, it'll cave in and remove something from the actual part itself, and then you have to fill it in with putty or something like that. There we go. So right now, as I'm removing, I'm inspecting, seeing what it needs to be worked with. I put all the parts here, all the parts that are the other color, except for these two. These should be here. So this one is already assembled, and I'm not going to disassemble it because, you know, it's a part. This one is one part that it's going to be a pain in the ass. That is the one. This is the one where it has that seam laying right up the middle. So I'm going to use this. Let me just bend it a bit and begin the removal process. Actually, let me get that thruster out of there. I have other tools. The only problem is they're not here. They're at storage. But speaking of storage, I did go to storage recently, and I got my spray booth back. I posted it on Instagram the other day, or actually yesterday, excuse me. Was it yesterday? I forgot what it was. Anyway, I had to get it because when I need this, I'm going to need to paint it. And I knew which box it was. It was easier for me to get to. See, there's that little area there. Yeah, kind of almost all the seam lines are gone. So I had to get the spray booth, so in anticipation of painting this guy, I'm going to use the lighter grit. You know, sometimes over here, this is where the cut is from the nub. And if I zoom in, you would think that, oh wait, I didn't sand it off, but that's actually part of the mold right there. Let me see if I could pass my nail over it. I don't feel anything, but let's just sand it down a little bit. There we go. Clearly, when it's primed, you won't even see it or feel it. So, yep. So that's what it looks like. Okay. So here's the before, and then here's the after. When it's finished priming, it'll look good. There's a nub here, so I can actually get rid of that. Alright. So, of course, sad news is I still haven't found the place. The one video that I did saying I found the place, it didn't fall through. It kind of sucks. This is annoying. Very, very annoying. You would think by now I'd be moved. I would probably take a couple of weeks off so I can relax myself, get my table ready. I saw a table on IKEA that I really like to purchase and get and put it on and use it to work with, and then begin working on kits. You know, there is something I want to talk about, but I will talk about that in a later date. Don't know if it's going to be, I don't know when. Looks like I didn't grab the other one. Let me just take care of the edges here first. I know somebody's going to send me a question right now in regards to what I was about to say, but you may have to hold out on that. See, now I feel that nub there. That's actually going to annoy the hell out of me. I think I got it. And there's some here. There we go. I think we're good. Alright. So, as you can see, I'm going to remove the parts and then make a decision of how I'm going to paint them. Some parts will be easy to paint, others will not. Majority of the painting is going to be easy because the fact that you have the color separations look really good in regards to this, because you don't have to mask off parts other than, and come on, get out, thank you, other than this part that will be clearly painted, then this whole area masked off so you can paint this other color. And going back to this part here where it has this unique trim here, and this one has a unique trim right here. That's a trim here. That's a beautiful trim there. That's great. So these are cool little areas that I can work with. This area here, this here, that will hold there, and then of course this area is going to be pretty cool as well to set up. This one goes there. So I'm going to begin separating it and then working on once cleaning it up so it looks good. I still have my surprisingly, I didn't put this to storage, and I said let me just leave this here for a second, and now it's here, what I'm going to be using for the putting these parts on. And I bought more reversible tape and some cardboard where I'm going to put on for the smaller parts that's going to be painted on top, and you don't have to paint on the inside like these guys. I know I have toothpicks in there, so that should be fine for that. just gotta use what I got, see how it works. And then I have to clean up my spray booth because I don't know if I have any filters here. The one thing I really hated about my spray booth, actually yeah, I do hate my spray booth now. Just thought of it. You know what, let's talk about that. Give me a second. Alright, so this is my Superbooth that I purchased, I think what, more than 8 years ago, maybe 9 years ago. Got it through, actually got it through Gundam Planet. They got this from me, and well, they ordered it from me because I did not know where to go to order this. But I was really fond of it. At the time, for those of you who don't maybe remember my earlier videos, I was using a tester spray booth, which had all the features and all that stuff, but it didn't feel strong enough to actually take in the paint. You know, it didn't have the fan. I think the fan inside was not strong enough to actually absorb the toxins and the pigments of everything that I was spraying. But this guy has been doing its job for a long time, and hey, I'm not knocking it. It's nice. It's great. Just a bitch to clean. Because I remember buying this on Hobby. I think I bought this on Hobby Link Japan. And I just bought this one recently, this little filter holder, which now I don't know if I have filters here. This filter holder is really good because it actually holds this into place. Before I was using pins and tack to actually hold this. And now I'm going to end up cleaning it a bit and all that stuff. What I hate about this is the fact that this thing tips over a lot because its center of gravity is not well situated. Unless you're going to keep it in one specific area on your table and you'll never move it other than whatever you have to do to clean, it should never be moved. And unfortunately, I have a small room. I have to move it because I've been with some in areas where I can actually at least do my do my work and all that stuff. And yeah, there you go. So I use this for my painting, for my airbrushing. And speaking of the filter, the last filter that I had, it's right here. I actually use it as a stand, so I can put my parts on this. There you go. I know many people are saying, oh, all you need to do is buy the scratching posts that people buy for their cats. Yeah, well, I don't have a cat, so there. So there. But I'm getting ready for this, so I'm going to clean it up. I just bought more thinner because I ran out. I have my regular thinner for this. I'm like very, very little, but I bought another bottle just in case. I know it's not this, but it should suffice for now. So yeah, right now, and I have my airbrush, I have my spray booth here, so I just need to start cleaning up the parts, cleaning it up fine, and then we're going to begin priming these parts, which I do have primer, do I? I just found the bottle here. Hey, it's empty. Great. I know I have a bottle here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Actually, let me make sure this is not empty too. Oh yeah, there's a heaping amount of it. So, sorry for the delay for Char month. It's been a little hectic here, but I'm hoping to get this done before the end of the month and show off the suppressor in its Char colors. So, let me continue.